How are you all doing this evening? Thank you all so much for tuning in for this training this evening. I am so excited to share with you on how you can use your planner for maximum success in 2021. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And I truly value your time, so I'm going to get right into it. So I am going to share my screen with you. Thank you all so much for tuning in this evening. Our training is going to be on how you can use your planner effectively for maximum success in 2021. So you are in the right place if you want to have a successful 2021, and I know we all want that, right? 2020 was a year that, it was different. Let's just say that, right? For some, it was quite challenging. There was, loss, heartache, and for others, they claim that it was the best year of their life, right? So you are in the right place if you are ready to have the best year of your life. If you want to find out more about how you can plan for this success that we are talking about, you're also in the right place if you are having challenges remaining consistent with planning. I know that can be the case, especially for women. And also, if you are ready to set bigger goals and intentions for 2021, you are in the right place if these are the things that you want. We are going to talk about what is planning and why you should practice it. Also, what you should plan. We're going to cover also which planner is the right one for you and what are the best tools to use when planning. And finally, the big question is how to plan effectively. Give me a yes if you are ready to get this. Give me a yes if you are watching, if you are ready to go. Give me a yes in the comments and we will proceed. How excited are you for this? All right, so a little bit about me. I am Kajuisha Mills. I am a wife. I am a mom of 4. I've been an entrepreneur for over 13 years. I am a final year university student. Yes, I have been going to school for over 4 years. I am also a success coach to mom entrepreneurs since 2015. And on top of that, I am also a full-time employee. So you could imagine the amount of tasks that goes on in my daily life, right? And what I want to say is that planning, it really saved my life because it has been the one thing that has helped me to go through all of these different tasks, right? Without losing my mind, without losing my brain, right? Because it can be quite overwhelming when you have so many tasks to perform, when you don't have the help that is needed, when you don't ask for the help that is needed, and you try to do everything on your own, right? And when you don't have a focus, you don't know what you are working towards. When you don't plan, those are the things that can happen. I am here to show you how I do it. This is my family of 4. So yes, you see I have my hands full with all different ages, being a wife, being a mom, and everything else, right? So yes, this is my family. So let's get right into it. The first thing we're going to be talking about is what is a plan? All right, we always talk about planning, but what does that really entail? So the first thing I want to share with you is a plan is an idea of how to carry out an action. It's also a method for achieving an end. And it's an orderly arrangement of parts of an overall design or objective. So it is something that you want to complete, that you are looking towards with an overall objective that you want to complete. That is basically what a plan is. And mainly it is an idea of how to carry out that action. And we are going to be talking a little more about what those different actions are. So why is planning important? A plan is important because it's really the foundation that will help you to determine your objectives and identifies your ultimate goals. Without a plan, you will not know what you are working towards. You will not know, what are my objectives? How can I achieve these objectives? And a plan will really help you to get there. It also helps you to take control of your life and your time. I know exactly what it means to be, everything to everyone. And when you don't set boundaries and you don't have a plan, then ultimately you are saying, okay, I'm ready for a roller coaster, right? Your life will be so out of control and your time will no longer be yours, right? So let me know in the comments if that is you, right? And a plan is also important because it reveals what resources are needed to achieve your goals. Anytime I chat, with each of my clients, one of the things that I always talk to them about is what is needed. Let's identify what is needed to help you. What resources do you need? Because if you don't know where you are going, what you have to do, you will not know what you need to get you there, to shift your focus and to get you towards that goal. The plan will reveal what you need to achieve that goal. Now let's get into what you should plan. Okay, it's all well and good to say, yes, I'm going to plan, but really, what are the most important things that you should plan? 3 important areas to plan are your life. This is the big area, right? Because it covers areas like your spirituality, your self-care, your family, your education, all these things that make up, the bigger part of your life. And then another important area, especially in this time, during this time, is business. I would encourage you, if you are a woman inside the group, if you don't already have a business, you should ultimately start thinking of ways on how you can get one going, because it is one of the ways that will really help you through times like these, right? And you should also plan your finances. Big area, right? When we don't plan our finances, the same thing happens, right? It gets out of control. We do not know where things are, and we don't, use resources that are available to set it in order. So how do you know which planner is right for you? There are different types of planners, right? So there are planners that deal with your family and your home, that's its main focus. There are also planners that focus on finance and budgets. There are also planners that deal with your health, fitness, also planners that deal with business and travel. You need to decide which planner is the right one for you. All right. There are also planners that just deal with, appointments, like an appointment book, so that you can record meetings, whatever you have to do. That would fall under the family and home, right? So there are different types of planners. And inside those planners, you have to go deeper and find out which pages in planners suit you. So this will help you to choose the right planner for you. There are planners that have lots of notes pages. If notes is what you really need the planner for, if you really need it for budgeting, if that's something that you do on a regular basis, if a to-do list is on your top priority, Also, if it's for like daily appointments, right? So those are the different pages, right, that you can think about when you are deciding which planner is best for you. Think about the pages that you would use most. Also the style, right? There are spiral planners, there are disc bound planners, there are leather planners, paper cover. Those are colorful and those that are plain. If you like tabs, if you don't like tabs, all right, all of these things you have to consider. And I'm gonna just stop the sharing for show you the different types of planners that I have at the moment. So this one, it's really more of a prayer planner. So it has the script here, and then I plan for which days of the week I'm going to be working on these. This is a really great buy. This one is also another one that I use. This is 100 days of believing bigger and planning for your next 100 days, right? So you see what I have been talking about in terms of the binding. This one is case bound. This one is spiral bound. This one is a purpose planner by Sarah Krisha Owen. Spiral bound. I love spiral bound because you can fold it all the way over. I like to write flat, right? So I love spiral bound. This one is the disc bound. This is the happy planner. So you see, I always use planners, right? Right, so this is the disc bound. I don't really like these because it's not as durable and pages tend to come out quite easily when you have this type of planner. I also use the luxurious lifestyle planner. So this one is more for the finance side. So if I want to plan my finances, how you can improve your credit, how you can budget, just saving in general. Spiral bound. This one is hardcover. I love them hardcover. Finally, some of you may know this is my very own planner. This is the Ultimate Mompreneur Planner, right? So I am a mom, I am an entrepreneur, so I have pages in here that are important to me, right? So remember what we would have spoken about earlier, pages that are important to you. And for this, some of the pages, I love to have notes. I love to see quotes that really help me to, keep motivated. I have my business journal, I have life journal, I have a weekly planner in here, month at a glance, travel, content, all of that, right? So you get the drift. So all of that is in my, all right. So we spoke about leather, you saw the leather, you saw colorful, you saw plain, you saw tagged, spiral, disc bound, every type there is, I have it, right? Or have used it. And there are different price points. Like low cost will be from $5 to $15. You have medium ones. I mean, I'm talking about price point from $16 to $25. You have high price point planners from like $26 to $49. And then you have premium. Premium planners are the ones that you really invest in. They are really suited and tailored for exactly what it is you want to do. It's up to you if you want to invest in a premium planner. I invest in them because it is aligned with my goal. The premium planner will be like this luxurious lifestyle planner. So there's a social media planner. There's also my planner, right, which is a premium planner as well that is over $50. And also the size. Now, I know persons purchase planners because of their size, right? So you have the pocket size that if you just want to have it in your bag that you can take every day, put it in your handbag, which is a bigger sized planner, or the larger ones, right, that you can usually keep on your desktop or, on your desk, in your room, on your bedside table, wherever in your office, all right? So that is how you choose the planner that is right for you. So what are the best tools to use when planning? One of the things that you should really invest in is great pens, great markers. I love, it gives me extra motivation to write in my planner when I have a great pen to write with, right? So I usually love to use like these diamond pens, or if you have any other beautiful pen that would really help you, because what you transfer from your brain to paper, when you write, you are making it plain, right? And you are saying, okay, this thing is written down, and effectively what you are saying is this is what is going to happen, right? So I take planning very, very seriously. I take what I write very seriously. So to take it a step up, even the tools that I use to write, I take it very seriously, okay? Pens, markers, I have felt tip pens in many different colors. So as you can see, I have them because your planner should be so colorful, and you should have highlighters just to increase on the color and to make sure that you highlight the things that are important to you. Stickers as well are a great accessory, and something that it's some person's jobs, right, to design and to decorate planners, right? I don't have that time. It's a great ambition, all right, but it also gives your planner a beautiful look. You want to go to it more when it is decorated, right? I don't have that time, but some people do. All right, and that's great for them. And it would help them in their way, right? You could also use like washi tape. Washi tape is a tape like masking tape, but it's decorated and it's quite thin. It's like 3/4 inch wide, and that also adds to the design aspect of your planner as well. All right. So those are some of the tools that I ensure that I always have when I am using my planner. Now we are moving on to when you should plan. You can plan every year, every quarter, every month, and also every week. All right. Some persons opt to plan every day, but I find that that is not a great use of your time. So at least if you can plan a week out, I would encourage that. If not, I think like just as the year has turned over, you start with your year, right? You always start with the largest section first, the largest time frame first. So you start with your year, then you break it down now into your quarter, then your month, and then your week, all right? And I'm going to show you now how you can get that done. All right, so let's set the stage, right? You have to set the stage for your planning, okay? Set the stage, get a clean, quiet space. When your space is cluttered and you don't have a free mind and a clear space around you, planning will be very, very difficult, and it will not be as effective for you. All right. So this is my office space here, my home office. I always have it clean. I don't allow the children to come in here unless absolutely necessary. I love to keep this space clean so that it's where I can think, where I can, write and just be focused, okay? So make sure that you have clean, quiet space. Take a few moments to exhale, take a few minutes to yourself, set your intention in your mind, right? You gather your tools, and the next step after that would be to start your brain dump. And what is a brain dump? A brain dump is just everything that you can think of at the top of your head, you start writing in the planner, right? So if it's, I always love to start with birthdays, right? So all the important birthdays in your life, your mom, your dad, your husband, children, siblings, right? You jot them in the different areas of your planner, right? Through the different months. And you also write down what is your big overall goal. And this is starting with your year, right? So you go over the entire planner and you start plugging in things, right? Just off the top of your head that you can remember. All right, you can take just one day to do that, because I know for some of us there are many different important things in our lives that we just need to record, right? So take a moment and do that. So we are going more deep now into how we are doing this planning, right? So first, I want you to start on the last Saturday or Sunday of the previous period. So if that period is your month, so let's say we are in January, ultimately the last Saturday in December, right? You take that moment, Saturday or Sunday, and you start, doing your brain dump, you start planning. All right, you should review your goals from the previous period, right? So if you just, looking at the beginning and start writing some goals in your notes section, okay? Readjust. If you are readjusting anything, this is where you start, right? Write them in your notes section. Look over your calendar and see if all those important meetings from that brain dump that you would have done before, that it is there, right? Important meetings, dates, make sure that everything is accounted for, because if you are using this planner as a tool to help you to remain more consistent, you don't want to have important dates like your anniversary or your child's birthday missing from your planner, right? So make sure you write that down. And it's also an important step to list bigger projects first. Okay, so you go in that order. The next thing I want you to do is to eat the elephant, right? You might be saying, okay, what is that? I always share that with my clients, right? What is the best way to eat an elephant? Can anybody tell me what is the best way? You're like, eat an elephant, what is she talking about, right? The best way to eat an elephant is to start with one bite. In small bites, right? So when we look at this whole planning, it may seem so overwhelming and just this big task for us. Planning should not be overwhelming. So we are taking it one step at a time, right? So that's why I said to start with your year, do a brain dump, then you can come down to your quarter, each quarter, then your month, and then your week. Right, so you break it down, and you can do this. It is advised that you do these on different days, right? So it doesn't be this overwhelming task. All right, so be specific as much as you can, be clear on exactly what it is needs to be done, the better it will be for you, because that way it would remove the extra brain work for you whenever that day or that time comes. All right, so be specific, okay? And I want you to rearrange things until you are comfortable, right? Don't go setting these huge, humongous goals that you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to achieve this? And, especially at the beginning of the year, we have all these grand plans, right? It's automatic and it's understandable, right? But I want you to take the time after you do your brain dump, right? Rearrange it until you are comfortable. All right, you can do that. Nothing is set in stone. All right, and be mindful of what you can handle. All right, just as I said before, like Don't go setting a goal that you cannot achieve, right? Set those goals to be smart, all right? And here are some other tips, right? So remember that your planner, it is not your phone, it is not Google, it is not going to automatically remind you of things that you wrote in there, right? So I want you to remember that, okay? But as I said in the beginning, we are setting intentions, and whatever we write down in there, it is more likely to happen than something that we type into our computer. All right, it is a certain type of exchange that takes place when we write, okay? So it's not your phone, so remember, so this would bring me to a point that we are coming up just in a little while, right? Start tech-free. Our phones and our computers tend to distract us, all right, in a major way. So when you are doing this planning, I would say it is best for you to do it in a quiet environment that is tech-free, right? Away from your phone, somebody calling you in the middle of planning, right? An email came in and you are just going to jump to that to, reply to an email, and then it ends up being a call that you have to make from that email, and you know how it goes, right? And then you forget that you were planning in the first place, right? So start tech free, all right? Just take that time to change, to, just think about what is in your mind, what it is you want to achieve, new things that you want for your life, for your business, for your family, for your relationships, for your finances, right? Take that time to really think about what it is you want. And that is an entirely different training on really how to pinpoint exactly what it is you want. And that could be for another time, right? Right, so avoid distractions, just what I said, like tech free, avoid distractions, avoid being in a place where, so many, like music is blasting, people are constantly interrupting you, right? Avoid those distractions. And you should also make your planner colorful, like use the tools that I give you. I know some of us love to buy our planners and we say, oh my God, it's so pretty. And, we don't want to use it, but your planner is there to be used, all right? So keep it inside. Keep your planner where you can see it. This is the only way that you are going to use it daily or more often, right? When it is out of sight, when it is tucked away, when you forget that you have a planner, then you are less likely to go in there every day and to use it, right? Which is our next point. You need to use your planner. All right? Just as I said, sometimes you feel it's too pretty, or sometimes you buy it just for buying its sake. Use your planner. Planner looks so much more, it just feels so much more powerful when there are intentional goals that are actually in there and things that you are working towards. It's such a powerful tool that sometimes, when we tuck it away, it means that we are tucking away our dream, our goal, we are forgetting to do certain things because we didn't write it down, right? You should always write anything that comes to your mind. Your planner should be the first place that you go to write it down. Anything that comes to you, write it down, because we are busy, we have, busy lives, we have so many things that we have to do. Sometimes we, say, oh yes, I have to do this, and we keep it in our mind thinking that we will remember. And then after a while, right, it's like, oh my God, what did I have to write, right? Sometimes if someone calls you and or you have to write a number quickly for something that deals with your family, with your business, right? You write it down. Write it down. You are more likely to remember when you wrote that, if you write it in your planner, right? Sometimes I know I wrote this thing down somewhere. I wrote it down, and I know exactly which side of the page, I wrote it. So writing is so important. That's why I say write everything down, because you are more likely to remember when you wrote it and where you wrote it. All right. If it was in your brain, I can't remember when, I can't remember who, where, what, why, how. All right. So write everything down. And one of the last things I want to share with you is to just have fun with it. Don't make it a task that becomes so regimental that like, oh, I really don't want to do this today. So have fun with it. Use the colors, use the highlighters, use stickers, use printouts of different things that inspire you, and stick it there. Make it a book full of passion, full of dreams, right? Full of vision, full of goals that you are about to achieve. And I want to leave you with this quote, right? Setting a goal is not the main thing. It is deciding how you will go about achieving it and staying, with that plan. So planning is so important. It is the thing that is going to show you how you are going to achieve those goals. Okay? So I just wanted to share with you again my very own design, my planner. It is for mompreneurs, for the Ultimate Mompreneur Planner, and it is your essential partner for planning your life and business in 2021. All right, this planner is undated, it is tagged, and it will help you to plan and review your weekly, your monthly, your quarterly, and your yearly goals, right? Our lives are so eventful, and this just encompasses all of that. Remember what I shared with you on the different types of planners that will suit you. So you can go back and use the information that is in there to see if this is right for you as well. Okay, so let's connect, right? You can send me a friend request on Facebook. You can see me on Instagram, all as Kalisha Mills, just search for my name. For LinkedIn, I will soon be on Clubhouse. All right, and you can send me an email at hello@kalishamills.com. You can get on my mailing list. You can also go to my website, kalishamills.com, where you will see my blog that I do every week on topics that are for moms, for women, just to help you along your way. All right. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you again very, very soon. Okay? Enjoy the evening. Bye.